Okay everybody, my name is John Hurley, I'm the CTO of Ryanair, and today I'm going to tell you the story about how technology has changed Ryanair, the story behind it, why we changed, and how this has helped our customer communication. But first, a little bit about who Ryanair is, just in case you don't know. We're Europe's largest inter-European airline with 165 million passengers per annum. We fly to 230 airports across 37 countries. We're the greenest airline in Europe, and our ESG rating is now number one, as independently audited by Sustainalytics. So we're very strong, phenomenally powerful airline. In German market by itself, that is Germany. Yes, it is 12 airports, 24 aircraft. We've about 16 million passengers per year, and we're a brand new base, Nuremberg, which I'm delighted to be here. And on the Nuremberg front, we've got 26 routes, 2 aircraft, and I would encourage you all to take advantage of phenomenal value fares and try all 26 routes. I'll come back next year and ask you which was your favourite of them. My recommendation is clearly Dublin, because the Guinness is spectacular down in Dublin. So, presentation. We're a low-cost airline. This is the average response from the finance department every time you mention costs, and IT is not cheap. So these are not good bedfellows, and it's been a very interesting and challenging story how we managed to bring IT into Ryanair. A little over 22 years ago, 2 school students built Ryanair's first e-commerce website. They built it in 2 weeks and everybody laughed. First of all, everybody clearly knows that the average passenger is too stupid to book their own flight. They would have to go to a travel agent, and it was too complicated, it would never work. Waste of time. Ryanair made a massive mistake, and they'll come running back to the online travel agents immediately. All over the media, it would never work. 3 months later, 50,000 bookings a week, and we've never looked back. So Ryanair has since been established in the Irish market. It was the key e-commerce launching point to bring e-commerce onto the Irish market, and we're at the forefront of it, and we'd finally proven the power. Students weren't expensive, took only 2 weeks. Future was IT, and with IT we're going to conquer the world. So in the next 14 years, we were all set. What did we do? Absolutely nothing. We sat back on our laurels, more or less the same website, probably more pop-ups and probably more banners to annoy people, and that was a strategy. And why it began, as I said before, we're a low-cost airline, and this represented a typical IT department at the time. 4 men and a dog, and the dog had a very important role to make sure that anybody that any ideas that involved money was not allowed near the IT department and to leave them alone. And why? Because we had an incredibly simple business model. We had best on choice. Our coverage, even today, I look at that, 90 bases, 37 countries, 15 new bases this year, 2,500 routes. It's just a phenomenal opportunity. On price, we're industry leaders. Average fare is €37 last year. Think of the cost of phenomenal values. We're best in price, best on choice. Clearly, Europe is full of all these smart people that understand choice and price winning combination. And it didn't happen. In 2013, we had 2 profit warnings. The board weren't happy. We had to go in and figure out what the problem was. We got all the consultants, all the top consultants into Dublin to figure it out. I'm joking, we didn't. We're Ryanair. We asked the taxi driver what was wrong, and he very quickly told us that we thought we were offering low fares to Europeans, and we were actually seen as the sheriff of Nottingham. People didn't like our mannerisms and how we treated people. So very serious. The board got together, everyone to a room, not to leave. We'd come out with a solution to how we're going to fix this problem. And the solution was, and it's a very, very complicated slide, so it'll take a minute to talk you through it. It's we fundamentally had to be more likable, and that was the strategy. And for those who don't forget, we'd spent 24 years at that stage, low cost, driving value. We'd fare sometimes across Europe for a penny. What's that, 2 cents? That was the focus, get going, get advertising. We'd forgotten about the customer. For people who don't know who Ryanair are, this is our CEO, top right hand corner. Yes, we had £1 fares, and his famous quotations for the perfect passenger had a heartbeat and a credit card. And the heartbeat wasn't necessary. We would still take the booking and we would still fly without you. So that was it. Our website was compared to an obstacle course. 17 pages of getting past. You to discover countries called Do Not Insure Me, hidden below Denmark, and a drop-down menu to provide insurance. And it was just not a good experience, and it was not what we did. So we changed, we stepped forward. In summary, we now love puppies, of course. That was the biggest announcement in 2014. And new mobile app, new website, we embrace technology. This is the strategy that Ryanair announced, the Always Getting Better program, which in summary is boring, 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 embrace digital. which is exactly what we did. And this has been a transformation, in my opinion, as to why Ryanair's got so much better. But it's still the same aircraft and still the same amazing prices. So we set up Ryanair Labs. It started off in Dublin, 200 strong developers. The idea was to be kind of Google-esque, bright, cheery, happy, funny. We do genuinely have a slide that's saved for airports to do good deals with us. Just to warn the gentleman here from Nuremberg, have you been down it yet? No. Oh, you see, didn't do a good deal. But that's how we operate. In the last 5 years, we've grown. We now have 4 sites across Dublin, Wrocław, Madrid, Lisbon, looking for other potential sites across Europe. We've built the world's best website. We may not be the best, people have different opinions, but it's 100% the world's busiest airline website. It's the next 2 largest airline websites are both American. Them together have less traffic than Ryanair currently has. Mobile apps are best in the business. We're supporting 250 systems behind the scenes, and again, we're the linchpin behind the ESG program and improving customer service, improving our cabin crew communications, and improving how we operate as an airline. So how do we do it? We embraced Agile. You've all seen these slides thousands of times, but the key fundamental to Ryanair is always part of the culture is just do it, get it going, put a customer first and go for it. And that's what we did. We embraced new technology stacks. We got all of our actual data behind the scenes and published them publicly, so not only could the team see them, but everybody in the building could see our bookings, our performance. If we had a bug in a system, it was public knowledge. We stopped hiding. We put stickers on the wall. We drove the cleaning lady nuts. Michael O'Leary at one stage nearly killed me because someone started writing on a marker on the window after his beautiful new office he had just decorated. But that was key, and those stickers, people laughed. They were taken off walls and they walked to people's desks going, what do you mean you're adding a new bag to the website? You can't do that because operationally we haven't got capability for it. And that got going, got people engaged, and they bought into the vision, and suddenly we had technology working with the business, and we drove forward. Have we achieved it? We've got, I think, a phenomenal mobile app. There's over 32 million downloads in iOS since we've launched it. The website, as I said before, is the world's busiest airline website. And now getting to the reason you're here, the communications piece, it's also, oh, that slide looks bad here, doesn't it? It's lovely on my laptop, but if you work with me for a second, every single point there you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, website and mobile app, they're all customizable to every single unique person to our website, and everyone gets, in theory, a unique version coming through, unless you come in a Chromeless browser and you don't want to be opted in. And what that means in real life is, you'll see here, like, to be cynical for a second, this is the exact same bag we're selling, but if we know you're a couple, it's a great choice for a couple. If we know you're a family, it's a great choice for a family. But immediately you feel you're being engaged, just communicating to you, and it's not a generic bland message back to you. We also have the ability to do just-in-time messaging, so it's, again, this is very unique, because if your flight is unique to you when you're leaving, we've countdowns, we have reminders, have you got your boarding pass, time of COVID, have you uploaded your documentation. It's all custom into every single passenger, so that's a big part of the communications. In numbers, this year alone, about a billion unique visits being across mobile and desktop, and we've 47 million customers. They're people who have opted in to be communicated and be contacted. We have more customers, but some people don't opt in, and they get the lovely generic 17 pop-up website experience, and they're welcome to receive it. When you break that down a passenger mix, we look about couples going by yourself, the trip types and trip length. All this information is very important, because when we target you afterwards, we target you with this in mind. So if you're part of that 47 million, and I hope you all are here, and if I don't, I encourage you to, there's phenomenal deals in these emails. You're one of two buckets. You're either going to be haven't flown, you're going to get told all the great things you can fly with, or you're flying with us and all the great things you should buy. Either way, the communication is persistent, and I think it's very good. Now, this is obviously, you're not flying at the moment. The idea here is we look at your previous bookings and your search browser, purchase history across your email campaigns, what you've interacted on the website and mobile, to give you suggestions of places you will go to. Clearly, I like the sunshine, because they're the ones that appeal to me. Other people like sporting events and concerts, and they'll get unique experiences back to them. We will pair these normally with a seat sale or something cheap happening. We're trying to encourage people to go. Maybe Malaga is fully sold out, but Alicante isn't. Similar destination, beach holiday in Spain. Previous Malaga flyers will see Alicante ads and maybe a $9.99 attached, but that's how we drum up business and keep people coming back to the site. And funny enough, people love deals, and they keep subscribing to our systems to get more updates. If you're in the system, you've made a booking, well then we know exactly when you're flying. and we target you then with ancillary upsells. The key how we make our 37 average euro fare is upsells, your bag, your seat, your car, your taxi, all those together actually helps us to be profitable in how the business works. So it's hugely important to the business that we can target, we can contact, we can communicate and encourage upsells. If you find these emails annoying, you don't like them, it's a very, very simple trick to get it past them. Any idea what it is? It's very simple. You buy every product we have up front, we'll leave you alone, promise. That includes insurance, taxis, cars, transfers, every single thing. You'll never see an email from against, I promise you. But that's it. So you either haven't bought and we're encouraging you to get onto the website, or you have purchased and we're trying to encourage you to buy ancillaries. The basket is kind of more of a call to action communication. These are a bit more targeted. People who've come in, obviously they're clear in that situation, they've searched to Stockholm. We'll wait 4 days, you haven't made a purchase, we'll send you an email going, dear lives, there's a sale on in these routes and these dates, are you interested? And it's kind of keep the call to action. The whole strategy there is keep Ryanair front of mind. Like, I'm going to, back to Ryanair. As people come in, they look and they forget, and just keep it coming back every single time. Or targeted ones, we have opportunities. Sometimes car company will go, right, everybody who is, rented a car in Malaga hasn't rented it this time, we want to contact them with a specific offer, and we can target them going, because you're a peak customer, name a car, Avis want to give you 10 euros off your next booking if you book the next 24 hours. We can target you directly with that information. And obviously check-in is another great touch point, because everybody's got to check in if you intend flying with Ryanair. So it's a great opportunity again to remind you to check in and all the current ancillaries you should have bought and you didn't buy and you're about to buy. Again, on communications, how we contact customers, what we've learned and observed, these are examples of how we engage. We don't just send blanket emails, please come fly with us. We try to make it interesting. Clearly, in 1999 is always interesting. Everybody wants that. They're usually limited to 24 hours to encourage urgency, get in and get it. And you'd be surprised, the amount of times we'll advertise in 1999 and someone buying a flight for 100 euros is insane. The trick is to get them on and they realise, at that time it doesn't suit me. I want to fly here instead, and we're continuously working very well. This something here is the 15% off. That's unique. Now, if you get promo codes, you're special to us, as in not everybody gets a promo code. So we have sales where everybody sees 19.99, but sometimes we'll have the cohort of, it could be people from Nuremberg and trying to encourage them to fly to a new route. They will be contacting the Nuremberg base going, we've a special unique to this cohort, a discount in this route at this time. Again, people find it interesting. People like unique sales to them. We try to align ourselves with witty, humorous, and there's examples of that on the internet of big events, like that's Champions League. We don't fly Champions League. If we did, it was all sold out. But still, people care about Champions League. On the day of Champions League, you send an email on that topic. Champions League's coming up. And it could be, have you booked your holiday to Malaga? No link to it, but it's engagement. We're trying to associate the Ryanair brand in a quirky way with events that are happening to keep us again front of mind. Father's Day, clearly that's come and gone, and my kids got me nothing again, but that'll be fixed later on. But again, it's idea of Mother's Day, you've got Valentine's Day, you've Christmas, you've these events. People are worried, what am I going to do? It's in front of mind. Then a Ryanair email comes exact same topic to hopefully collide and encourages upselling and sales for us. So that's key part of our communication. So again, that's more people who haven't purchased. It's trying to keep it relevant, keep it engaged, and keep it going forward. This one's my personal favourite, because you could argue the previous communication stuff we have is kind of more upsell and more revenue for Ryanair, etc. This is actually different. That's why I love it so much. It's actually a better product for the customer. You fly at Ryanair, you're on the mobile app, it will tell you what gate you're going to go to. It will tell you if it's been delayed, it will tell you if the gate has changed, your bag drop area, ideally security queues. And we're going to layer and layer more information on here to take all the anxiety out of travelling to airports. For people who work in airports, they don't appreciate it. But if you come there once a year or once every 5 years, it is a very nervous experience. You don't know what you're doing. Things like walk times, and Nuremberg's a lovely airport, lovely small, but you go to other airports like Dublin, you could be walking for 25 minutes. People don't know that, and they get very upset. I think a lot of anxiety, and it's important that we educate and update them. So I like this because it's purely everybody wins. Better experience for the customer, and then better mobile experience for people. So this is my social media. I was born in social media. People here, so better put a slide up there. I don't know much about social media, bar the fact that, and our strategy here is, it's to keep front of mind, not to drive sales, but to keep people thinking about Ryanair. So our curve is always be a little bit cheeky, a little bit on the edge. Ideally get printed in the Financial Times once every 6 months, not twice every 6 months. It's just enough. And we got in a small bit of trouble before with Boris Johnson comments before Christmas. You saw them, I thought they were hilarious. But it's cheeky, it's on the edge, JD. It's to kind of remind people we're young, we're quirky, we're not a staid, long haul type carrier. We're on the edge and we take it. And I know my kids find them hilarious. I'm clearly too old to appreciate them, but they talk apparently. But that's our TikTok social strategy. Same with Twitter and same with Instagram. I'd encourage you to follow it. They're funny. It's not like, I've seen some hilarious comments back from customer services to Twitter, people complaining like, get over yourself type comments. They're a bit humorous, but they were trying to operate at the moment. As I said, I was trying to, all good Ryanair presentations finish on schedule and finish on time. So down to the last slide. What else are we working on? Clearly very important, the cabin crew, the pilots, we have paperless cockpits and remove our footprint on paper. ROCs is all about efficiency for the aircraft and turnaround operations, etc. Data assistant travel I just spoke to you about. Self-verification is something we're doing at the moment so we can authenticate people. People don't realise in COVID we had to hand back over €1 billion in vouchers or in cash, depending on what you wanted. 21 million different people applied for those refunds. It was quite complicated to make sure we gave the right amount of money to the right people at the right time. And custom verification, self-verification, we found was a huge thing. It would not have been possible if it wasn't for IT. The alternative was you take a photograph of your passport, fill a form in, post it in, and some person had to read it and actually process it there and then. Whereas online, it was done literally in 20-25 seconds. Penny Predictor is a lovely brand for actually food wastage. We want to make sure we get in the flight with Ryanair, you always have food, but not too much food that we throw out. And Managed Hub is, again, customer service experience. And that's my presentation. Thank you very much.